Wishes for my constellations. I'd lasso a rocket ship with a meteor's tail, send you beyond the weight of our gravity, let you wear Saturn's rings round your hips, while Jupiter winks and tells you to spin faster. Your head full of stars, you'd scratch Canis Major behind her ears, and she'd pad beside you. I'd wake the dragon to use her scales, but you'd have already grasped the centaur's bow. Straight on till morning, Captain. I'd follow you through dust and clouds, recharge your solar cells while you whispered echoes with beams of light, past and future, at times a supergiant, moving fast and slow, ever expanding, until I am stardust. Fields and flowers. Consider the fields and flowers, how they grow. Certainly there is beauty in a wild blossom, but a field of 1,000 blossoms, their adornment far beyond the weaver's skill. The artist worthily approaches only spirit-led. The poet is denied metaphors, so irreducible is their beauty. But consider how the flowers grow in the fields. The flowers arise from death. Their seeds must die, lest they remain but seeds. The nascent plants must be sustained. Yet they labor not. Rather, they are nourished by microscopic life processing death into the stuff for life. There is no resistance in the beauty of the flowers. A bolt of lightning or a spark laid by the farmer or careless passer-by burns it all down. Blossom and stem blackened, crisp and lifeless. Multi-hued ash dances in the following breeze. The next spring, like a phoenix, the flowers rise again. Consider the value of the fields. A farmer may calculate the field's worth as pasture, a developer as home lots, stores, and parking lots. The flowers do not consult the markets, they just be. They burst forth in color and aroma satisfying their species, and pollinators without a care for human enjoyment. And yet, enjoy I can when I offer more than a glance. Standing upon the hill, I must attend to my senses. Color fills my eyes, sweet smells my nose, wind touches my skin, insect songs play in my ears. My humbled soul glimpses peace as I consider fields and flowers. They neither toil nor spin, and yet are clothed more gloriously than Solomon of old. Peace. Totem. Trees, living statues, in motion yet never moving, practitioners of patience. Each year adds rings of age, beneath rough bark, roots expanding through dark depths, branches reaching upward, beseeching the sky to welcome them. Who among us has not at times felt the virtue of patience, yet still yearned to hold the sky in our arms and embrace the universe? Flower. The flower flares with the newness of growth, red announcing its color to the eye unmuted by age or time. So do we wish our own such newness, even knowing it will fade, still has a sense of immortality by just being here, observing, following the lines of a petal? That special power of art can draw you in and still stay at a distance as life encounters art. Both have the ability for an unmeasurable time to visit each other's worlds, to touch the flower before it fades, to live your measured time, but also to gaze at the painting during your last breath and still see its beauty, to look at your life and also see it in the beauty of its imperfection. Rich red fills the canvas as eyes follow the painter's lines, a depiction of a wish, of a warmer time, a time to touch, to feel the softness of petals as they open to the sky, like the yearning of the beholder, this promise of warmth and growth of the time to come. On a perfect summer day, walk the fields waving with color. Absorb the scents given freely to you. Feel the happiness of nature's canvas, even knowing that it's imperfect and the cold will come again. And then place this painting on the living room wall as a promise that though some bleakness may occur, the promise of another season will bring back joy. A hero for our time and place. Sometimes fear is healthy and works to save our lives, but more often our fears keep us from the golden life. This applies to all creatures on land or air or sea, and by all creatures, I of course mean you and me. You may feel overwhelmed by the giant in your path. First, try not to make your fear bigger than it really is. Instead, encourage and grow the hero deep within. Help it build its strength and teach it how to fight. When your hero self is ready for the challenge, strap on your armor, whether a little or a lot. Within this type of fight is your best and golden life. Then fly high, fast, and far, but not too close to the sun. As you fight your fears, know you may fail sometimes, for victory over a fear may take several tries or even more. Please press forward in the hero journey and on to victory, and be patient with yourself as you would with others. Perhaps the world you live in requires a special type of hero. Perhaps the hero you will be once you face your fears. So please embrace life fully. Do the best with what you have, for the world could use more heroes, and you can be one too. Artificial intelligence, friend or foe? Sleek, maroon, self-driving machine delivers us to the waiting room of the Robot Child Selection Center. We notice a robot mother displaying baby facial samples, explaining choices for features. Birth or adoption? What will we decide? Friends birthing babies complain of sleepless nights, stinky diapers, high temps, sore nipples, distress. Worry complemented by baby laughter, peekaboo, pat-a-cake, lullabies, wet kisses, joy, pride, love. Soft, huggable robot babies grow, run, play, talk, possess endless computer-based knowledge, but unable to draw conclusions, analyze, display emotion, express affection. Friends adopting robots sleep and make love, robots requiring scant maintenance. Programming for tears, laughter, creativity, and hugs switched on and off. Health problems non-existent. AI assumed enough jobs that population growth rendered immaterial to economy. When did money surpass humanity as society's driving force? Creativity much debated. Where do artists stand? Is work original or a programmed creation? Teen angst, emotion, self-absorption programmed out. Government-dictated job skills programmed in. Children obey, display good manners, perform well in school, behave exactly as ideal children of parents' dreams. Robot children programmed for adulthood to earn a living, adopt robot babies for controllable grandparent experience, financially support and care for aging parents, programming erased upon parents' demise. Birth parents contend with tantrums, pouting, mental illness, addiction, academic and career success, sports, talent, kindness, shared feelings. Families experience guilt, regret, forgiveness, gratitude grounded in overwhelming concern and love. Birth parents enjoy, inspire, support grandchildren, cherish or dislike children's spouses, partners, age with children's support in their homes, alone, or in assisted living facilities, always immersed in human emotion, passion, connection, feelings, love. AI-assisted research means medicine quickly advancing, people living long lives of pleasure-filled leisure. Usual struggles of hard work, illness, fraught relationships are much diminished for parents of robots. Who is happier? Who knows? Does it matter? Are we too late? Silence. I leave the crowd, hurriedly slip to ocean's edge. A magnetic pull captures me, the ancestral call of old. I sit in the waves, my mind blanketed in the mist. Salt clears, cleanses, and washes the sand between my toes. This is where my healing begins. Time of future, past, and present ends. The white sound drowns the chaos of my thoughts. I take flight in the soft rustling of the reeds, ever so gentle and nonchalant, as tiny sea creatures make a home in their protective roots. I stand spellbound in my instinctual knowing. Nothingness surrounds me. In the stillness of the rhythm, moments are eternity. I will come again tonight, bathe in the sunset waters, listen to the tune of the sea rushes before the crowd calls me back. Fall. I like living in a place with all 4 seasons, but if I had to choose one, it would be spring. My wife, her favorite is the fall, when the humidity breaks and the air begins to cool. She isn't really one for the long, hard August heat. For me, spring brings the newness of the year, as the trees begin to bud and lawns green, and all my life goals and plans and dreams, they feel a little hope, renewed to try again. Fall, I go from mowing grass to mowing leaves. For her, the fall is the transition from summer heat to cool, refreshing air and a casual sense of ease. The insects' long summer feeding frenzy over, when the leaves color and start to fall, as in ancient times, it seems a kind of death. But ripening corn and apple harvests and pumpkins too, there is still an awful lot of life in the early fall. And we get to look forward to Thanksgiving and Christmas, a time of friends and relatives who mostly get along. For me, a final chance to finish this year's plans, or to walk in the forest with leaves crunching, or sit in the cool outside on the patio relaxing, or to enjoy the smell of a pumpkin pie baking in the oven, or for bundling and nestling by a backyard fire, or for seeing people we rarely see except for holidays. Well, spring is still my favorite, but I don't mind fall at all, because I share it with the ones I love. Requiem for a Dead Astronaut. As his body floats, Earth's edge clear cuts the dark, opening the path to limitless space. Debris surrounds him, an escort in this travel. Motionless yet moving, he is lost in the vastness that shrinks planets. All light is reflection, all sound an illusion. The emptiness filled by such small things as comets, moons, and this figure drifting. Below, the atmosphere envelops, restricts, supplies the oxygen that feeds life and anchors its inhabitants, its burials blanketed by gravity's hold, while above, perfect silence, endless night. Bionic my eye. We can rebuild him. We have the technology. We can make him better than he was. Better, stronger, faster. From the opening of the $6 Million Man. Just because we can, perhaps we should yield to better judgment. Let the afterlife collect those waiting in pieces at Ace Hardware Medical, nuts and bolts untinkered, at peace with destiny. Perhaps we should let traps be emptied, or just be thrown away, to go to that great landfill in the sky. But when do we not play God? When does our fascination not don the helmet, let the sparks fly, and birth Frankenstein's monster? A better mousetrap, a deader mouse. But what if the bounds know no end? Today a super rat, tomorrow the ultimate feline. Paper-pasted patterns. The sun splays its honey-crisp palette, even while the sky is heavy with gray. We're ships lost in repeating lines, when everything is layers. Blue strips so deep they're black, forced to wear identical sails in identical seas. When everything is textures, we're told to stay within the boundaries. Destination 9 to 5 looking west. When torn edges blur into watercolor, can we grasp the dust mote and swirl our way into dawn's breath? Life lessons. In the overstuffed, cozy, rose-colored rocker, I cradle my new granddaughter. Silky black hair brushes my chin. One hand grips the tiny tush. The other lightly pats the flexible back, curled in familiar fetal pose. 5 pounds of soft, velour-encased flesh that feels velcroed to my chest. Contentment. Startled by the sharp tone, signaling a text from my daughter, 2,000 miles away, a mother herself. Her 26-year-old colleague, a member of the team she supervises, killed in a collision while driving home from work. My daughter must inform the team. Despair. I hold tighter to my precious bundle. She cries out as I jostle to call my child, searching for words of comfort, wisdom. My mind wanders to those left to mourn. Deep sorrow for the lost woman's parents, never to hold their child again. Relief at hearing my daughter's voice. I pat softly, enfold, listen, soothe. Grateful. Psalm of Suspension. Angel of chasmic water, breathe your beating heart into my shallow mouth. Please, please point me in the direction of my wanting. Faith I am, but a martyr to you only. In communion, do we bear these conscious truths? And is there a God that I may beseech to? Submerge my guilts as the belfries croon your kindness does not belong. Here among the tributaries of Rosen denial, there is a way to drink the air once more. Your arid lies have no place here, you know. We were never raised to fall. Hold me, holy. Changeable fate. Born with darkness in the soul, evil fills the heart, envy upon the eyes, tangible relics touching hands. Light pierces the skin. Feelings start to develop. Remorse grows within. Tears form, sliding down the cheek. Hope for humanity, choosing good over bad, peace, not war. Remarkable outcome. Wild bulls in paradise. In the Rainbow Valley where verdant mountains rise and crystal rivers carve through sapphire skies, a trio of white bulls roam free. Wildlife lives in harmony. Among the agave, sharp and green, they play in a place few have ever seen. Beneath the watchful peaks so high, in Mother Nature's painted paradise. The earth whispers ancient songs of strength and love where life belongs. Each step they take, each bond they make, echoes of a joyful land awake. In this place where colors play and sunbeams kiss cliffs of clay, the wild bulls dance on rocky beds while clouds drift above their heads. Here in this tranquil scene, nature blooms serene. In a world untouched by human hands, wild beasts thrive in a timeless, sacred, peaceful land. Thoughts while passing Subaru on a Sunday morning. I cannot remember this land before the factory. I guess, like that around it, it was cropland and second-growth woods. I remember when the development was announced, I coveted the surveying contract, but our company was too small for such a grand undertaking. It became a thing of beauty, as factories go. It provided thousands of jobs over the years. It was a good corporate citizen. It made the best car I have ever owned. But driving past it in the early Sunday gray, I wonder about the people who cleared and farmed the land, and the people before them, their children, their dreams, their suffering. I wonder what will become of it when cars rust in the dustbin of history. Will it be too big, too old, too specialized to be rehabilitated, to be put to some use? There really is no going back, not in this time. The land cannot resume its previous existence. The biota lies squished beneath concrete, steel, retention ponds, and parking lots. I wonder what will become of it when morning breaks and time shall be no more. Surely it must be redeemed with all creation, pristine new earth joined to new heaven. The seed bursts forth. Little seed planted within the soil, new life bursts from the ground, a delicate of innocence, sacred birth, for new hope in morning sunlight. She slowly sprouted from her shell below, her stem grew out towards the sky, her buds opened up to emerald leaves, her petals bloomed into luscious flower. A sight of beauty in such rare form, April showers cleansed her innocent soul, her heart full of purity and untouched, rare essence where treasure lies within. Fragrance, aroma of virginity fills the air. The bees took a whiff of her scent. They buzzed around her with grace, pollinated with other flowers around. Until her last day, when she withered away, her memory forever told in a symphony, symbolic of love, nurture, and beauty, for a new seed to be planted once again. Ocean reflects sky. Build your starship of river wood, forest moss, and feathers. Fill its hold with destiny and Beaujolais, songs of kindness, storms forgiven, bittersweet memories of snow at rest and apple blossoms falling. Hold tight your vision of what may come, anchored in vigilance, steered by valor, turned loose to trace the footsteps of the moon. With humble heart and seeking spirit, set sail among the constellations of life. The shape of falling. In the breaking of day, I am tall, still long with the dreams that cast us free to be whatever we can imagine. Each step away from my bed takes its toll, the weight of a heavy sun crushing all hopes until I can no longer see what I thought I should be. Only small men let themselves die at high noon. Only the lesser fools allow their fall in short shadows, easily bleached away and soon forgotten. Let me go long into the evening, gathering back aspirations in the steam of a humid night, falling just shy of my bed, sun staining my shadow tall, before darkness takes everything away. Catch and release. We swim along, singing our soul song, oblivious to the hero's journey that awaits us. Suddenly caught in the current of life, we live, laugh, cry, love. In a blink, we are released back to nature and our next grand adventure. Watch. They will tear us down, tear us apart, make us feel like we're not good enough, convince us we're better than our neighbors, tell us we should hate each other. They will rip us to shreds, segregate me from the pack, tell me I can only be one thing, make me watch as they scatter me. Across time, across space, I'll be told to pick a side, to only love those like me, to separate who I've been from what I'm becoming, who I am now. Watch me, turn my face to the rising sun, find hope and strength in the chaos, consume the winds of change floating over my lips, find peace in being me. Watch me, follow the setting sun, stand tall in the face of darkness, remain steadfast in the faith of tomorrow, catch the stars falling from grace. Watch us, learn to weave it all back together, build a web of hope from scraps and rubble, be the shimmering light for each other, help our community stand tall again, until together we become the undeniable force they said we'd never become. Race Day. Humidity hangs low, the kind you choke on, the kind of day capable of boiling you from the inside out. Classic country western bubbles from the worn-out speaker, hung high on a lonely, worn-out pole. Crunch, crunch, tick, crunch, crunch. I take the usual long, solitary walk. There is hope it will quiet my racing thoughts. It never does. I peer over the edge. It's the same, but always different. Time for a lesson in minute details. Thud, thud, plop, thud, thud. Rubber soles meet the road. A new crack here, a slick spot there. My mind shifts into overdrive. I update mental checklists and maps of a route only I see. Strip myself bare, only to build myself back. Layer by layer, right leg in, left leg in, right foot in, left foot in, right, left, always right, then left. I'm not superstitious, but I take precautions. Double knot right, double knot left, tuck the laces. A lesson learned the hard way. Silence falls, save for the occasional clang, bang, pop, the song of procrastination. A chicken dinner offered as I walk past, a quick refusal of the bad luck it's sure to bring. I'm not superstitious, but I take precautions. The group of showmen gather around. I take my spot in the back. I am not like them. It's different, but always the same. The tension breaks. We are free to flee. Mental checklist complete. I lean in close. Talk to her, the other half of me. Late changes interrupted by a distant national anthem. Take my hat off. Right hand over my heart, left hand still turning the wrench. Time to go. Right leg over, left leg over. I pull myself in, pull my helmet down, pull the belts tight, right, then left. Flip the ignition switch, and the red light flashes. Heart racing, mind racing. I hold my breath. Ka-thud, ka-thud, thud, ka-thud, ka-thud. Engine roars to life, pulls my heartbeat back to match. Deep breath now, settle into the familiar rhythm. Finally, I am plunged into my machine again. Disorganized thoughts shuffle into place. Finally, I am me again. Stuck mid-pack for the chaotic start, plot my escape while on parade. Red car always goes low, black car always goes high. Green flag drops, I listen for the collective roar. Juke right, dive left, I split the middle. Hold back at the line, then pedal to the floor. How brave will I be? How deep will I go? Hold it to the bottom, I pass them both. Searing, setting sun blinds going into the corner. Close my eyes tight, listen for them. Let the muscle memory take control. Where are they now? How many laps left? Photo finish at the checker flag. Where did I place? If it's not first, then it doesn't matter. I live to race another day. Venusian Girl. When I am art, I cannot be used for your pleasure. I cannot be held captive by you, touched by you, ruined by you. When I am art, I am allowed to be beautiful without abandon. Woman carved out in perfect, fertile symmetry. Granted the safety of being unveiled, naked, curved, and soft. Even when on a flat plane, I have no worries of advantage being taken over me. When I am art, my mind cannot be infiltrated, as I am painted with textured hues, a figment not readily available to your plans of power and abuse. But I am not art, as in, I am not lifeless. As human, I am not granted the same inanimate pleasures of being a picture on the wall. As devastating events occur, I am not always admired for the time and controlled focus it took to be developed. Effort granted existence onto medium. Often, I am being seen only as a means to an end, empty of color, of emotive invitation, of adoration. If I was art, I would not have this state of mind, consciousness, tangibility, or feeling to this life. I would simply be the extension of an artist's passion, worth currency, worth praise. Of course, I know also there would still be the threat of being ruined, burned in flames or vandalized to destruction, ripped, spit on, even sent to landfill. But I would not have to feel it. If I was art, if I were lifeless, I would not have to feel it. Transition. What do we see with our senses? What do we feel with our hearts? We see rainbows, sun, moon, stars, telescopic galaxies, summer, winter, fall, spring, same as our ancestors. What else do we see? Did something go wrong? What did we miss? Wars, rumors of wars. Are they coming closer? What are the lessons? Do we need to look back? Will there be continuance of generations? Archaeological digs, treasures in mounds, rocks, hieroglyph, mask, stories on cave walls, ritual burials, secrets unearthed. Do they speak to us? Sacred spaces, protectors of the clan, anointed and crowned, tools of bone, shell, precious stone, family crests, pottery, survival tools. Can we hear them? Symbols of harvest, tough times, rituals to the gods. What do the ancestors have to say midst pottery and ashes? Who are we? What of modern times? Skyscrapers of glass and metal, mountains distorted by smog, deafening roar of car motors, paper, paper, and more paper. Accumulated trash, an ocean of plastics, division, alienation, greed, have-nots, have-nothings, consumerism, competition, depression, elimination. Can we be attentive to forefathers, mothers? Can we change? Turn swords into plowshares, spears into pruning hooks. Create a globe of beauty, gray hairs, golden hairs, side by side. Can we learn, change, build a bridge of past and future? Will we leave the earth in mutual cooperation or parasitic and destructive? What will future generations find? Can we envision schools of fish swimming in one direction, enveloped in golden sun rays? Mom, dad, and child running free by ocean's shore, waves towering in the mist, fresh energy? Can we see, hear, smell, touch, feel once more? Breathe in, breathe out. Feel healing and wholeness in waters baptismal safe, air pure and cleansed, past and present as one scroll. Yes, we can. Yes, we can.